Hey everyone. So, you're curious about what it's really like to be a marketing manager on the global stage, right? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to dive into everything, the skills you need, what you can earn, and where the biggest opportunities are. Let's jump right in. Okay, first things first, let's just wrap our heads around the sheer size of this thing. We're talking about a global marketing industry that soared past $1.5 trillion in 2023. I mean, that's not just a big number, it's a whole universe of opportunity waiting for people with the right skills. So, who's behind all this? Who are the people actually making this massive industry tick? Well, right at the core, you'll find the marketing manager. They're basically the strategic brains behind a company's growth. Yeah, think of them as the ultimate connector, right? They're the bridge between a business and you, the customer. They're the ones in charge of setting the goals, handling the budgets, and, leading their teams to tell a brand's story in a way that resonates. And they're literally everywhere. Tech, finance, healthcare, you name it. If a brand needs to connect with people, they need a great marketing manager. All right, so you're thinking, this sounds cool, but what do I actually need to be good at this? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the skills and qualifications that'll set you up for success. It's a really interesting mix of skills. On one hand, you've got to be super analytical. I'm talking about diving deep into data with tools like Google Analytics and CRM. But then you have to flip a switch and be incredibly creative, coming up with those brilliant campaigns. Plus, you need to be a leader who can steer the ship and be totally fluent in the digital world. SEO, social media, the whole 9 yards. It's really that perfect blend of art and science. When it comes to your background, a bachelor's degree in something like marketing or business is usually the starting point. But honestly, the real game changer is hands-on experience. We're talking internships, entry-level gigs, and most importantly, a killer portfolio that shows off your wins. That's your proof, right there. It shows you can actually deliver results. And hey, if you really want to stand out from the crowd, get certified. Seriously, think of them like badges of honor. Getting credentials from big names like Google, HubSpot, or the AMA, that's like telling employers, hey, I know my stuff and I'm up to date on what matters right now. Okay, so we know what it takes to get in the game, but why should you? What's the demand really like? Well, let me tell you, the need for top-tier marketing managers isn't just a local thing. It's absolutely a global phenomenon. Here's the deal. Everything is moving online, right? And as the global economy grows, every single business out there is fighting to get noticed. They need smart marketing to cut through the noise. This isn't some passing fad. It's a massive shift in how business works, which means there's a huge ongoing demand for people who know how to do this well. So that begs the question, doesn't it? You've got the skills, you know the demand is there, so where in the world should you take them? Where are the real hotspots for this career? All right, let's get to the good stuff. We're going to look at the top countries and what you can expect to make. It's time to follow the money. Wow, okay, take a look at these numbers. The earning potential is pretty incredible. The US is leading the charge with an average of about $115,000 a year, but the UK and Canada are right up there too, with some seriously competitive salaries. And if we dig a little deeper, you can see these salary ranges have a lot of room to grow, especially in places like the US and Australia. But look, it's not just English-speaking countries. You've got major players like Germany and the massive business hub of Singapore on this list too. The opportunities are truly all over the world. And it makes sense, right? Within these top countries, the jobs are really clustered in the big city hubs. Think New York, London, Toronto, Sydney, Singapore. These places are basically magnets for marketing talent because that's where all the big global companies have their headquarters. Okay, you've got the skills, you know where the jobs are. Now for the million-dollar question. How do you actually do it? How do you make that global career a reality? Let's talk about the practical side of things. I know this is probably the biggest question on your mind. Is it actually easy to get a job like this abroad? And look, the answer isn't a simple yes, but it is 100% possible. It all comes down to what you bring to the table. If you have those skills we've been talking about, you've got the right certs, and you speak the language, your chances go way, way up. It's really about being the solution to a problem for a company in a market that needs exactly what you have. The trick is to be smart about it. Don't just start firing off resumes. Your path is usually going to involve one of these 3 routes. First, look into skilled migration programs. A lot of countries will fast-track people with in-demand skills. Second, employer sponsorship is super common. And third, just do your homework and research the specific visa options for the country you're targeting. That's always your best first step. And by the way, all the great info and stats we've been going through today, it all comes from WanaVisa's awesome career guide for marketing managers. So if you want to go even deeper, that's a fantastic place to start. So there you have it. The future of marketing is clearly global. It's exciting, it's always changing, and it is packed with opportunities all over the world. So the only real question left is, where are you going to make your mark?